Maurice Kogan again, back with the answer to question 20 of the 64 questions in my PDF document, Questions and Answers for Exporters and Export Counselors. In this video, I'll deal with the question, how do I determine my best pricing strategy for a new target market? Whatever market you decide to pursue, you should have your export pricing strategy in place before you go after export sales, as potential buyers will invariably ask, what's the price? Your optimum price will depend on the conditions in each country that affect ability or willingness to pay, such as affordability, available substitutes, and competition. Because countries differ in these respects, your pricing strategy should not be one price fits all. Ideally, you want a pricing strategy that covers your costs, meets the competition, attracts buyers, and still makes a profit. While that could be a tall order, your pricing strategy should generally start with your domestic price, since that price already factors in your desired profit margin above your production and overhead costs. If that works in your target markets, leave it there. However, you may need to adjust pricing down or up under certain circumstances. As long as you can still make a reasonable profit, pricing flexibility is important if you really want the export sale. When might you price down? You may need to cut prices if faced with strong competition or price resistance. You might also price down by offering volume discounts or low introductory pricing to gain a foothold in the market. If selling through local distributors, you'll need to factor in a distributor discount. When might you price up? Basically, whenever the market will bear it. That's usually a function of high market demand, lack of competing substitutes, and or your product is somehow special. For example, it's new or unique, where it might have superior quality or functionality, or it might save costs, or it might have a made in USA brand recognition worth a higher price. In some cases, though, you may have to price up to cover added costs to adapt your product to meet foreign regulatory requirements or cultural preferences. You might also have to price up to cover possible pre-shipment requirements, such as to test and certify that the product meets specifications of the importer or importing country, or stronger packaging to protect against damage to the goods in transit. Your global pricing strategy should also include a how to get paid element, as some payment methods can make the price more or less tolerable to the buyer. For example, if the buyer resists a proposed price, a requirement to pay in advance will reinforce the price resistance. On the other hand, by offering more time to pay, credit terms on open account, buyers might be more willing to pay the higher price. In this sense, a global pricing strategy should be seen more broadly as a global pricing and payment strategy. Several free resources can help you develop your pricing and payment strategy. All Department of Commerce country commercial guides have a chapter on selling U.S. products and services in the country that includes pricing and customary methods of payment. Getting actual comparable prices in specific markets takes much more digging. Short of a first-hand visit, you could ask a prospective overseas rep to check market prices for comparable products. USTOC's Customized Market Research, CMR service, can also shed some light on pricing. The CMR is for your particular product and, among other key issues, would look specifically at whether price and credit would be critical competitive factors for your product. Well, that's it for export pricing strategy. The next video will cover question 21. How do I determine my best distribution strategy for a new target market? Until then, thanks for listening.